Hello Commanders, Commander Flappers here, bringing you another Getting Started with Elite Dangerous. This time we're going to cover some advanced techniques using these scanners. Now I've got the K-Warrant scanner and the cargo scanner, all of which are explained in my previous videos, so if you want to check them out. Now I'm going to show you some tips with them because it's sometimes quite hard to actually get a scan going on some of these ships because they're quite fast, and you need to be within a 1 kilometer range to complete a scan, and they also need to be in the center of your crosshair. Now as you can see, he's going to try and get away from me, and as he gets away, I've lost target. Now if I go to scan him again, it's back to the start. And again, every time I let go of the mouse, it starts again. So the way around this, if you got a fast ship flying around and you want to scan him, you just got to keep the button held down when you're scanning, even if you miss. So let's get close enough to him. Okay, so I'm going to start scanning him. Now if I go out of the view, I keep my mouse button held down, bring it back into view, and as you can see, it kind of resumes where I've left off. So you just got to keep that mouse button held down, or whichever button it is that you've got assigned to the scan. Oh, ship's getting a little bit frisky. Now I'm in my Viper, so I can keep up with them easy enough. I just need to be able to complete this scan. Okay, so the scan's complete. Let's see what cargo he's got. Oh, he's got some gold. Okay, so that's one way of being able to scan with the cargo scanner. So while I'm at it, I might as well get his gold. Okay, so here we actually have an Eagle. Now he's flying around. I doubt very much that he's transporting anything because they got very little amount of cargo space. So this time we're going to scan him using the K-Warrant scanner. He's also scanning me. So before we do, I'm going to check if he's got a record. And he's got no bounty. Okay, so we're going to scan him. Let's get close enough. Again, I want to keep him in the center of my screen. Follow him around very slowly. Just keep him within 1,000 kilometer range. And now he's just gone out of range. Now I've let go of the mouse button and it has to start again. So I could have avoided that if I held down the mouse button. So the scan's complete and he's got a 1,200 credit. Oh, and he flew off just after I complete the scan. So he knew he had a high bounty and he flew away. Well, nonetheless, that's a good way of scanning. So when you're scanning them, just make sure that you keep that button held down, even when you lose the target, because if you let go, it will just reset back to the beginning. If you keep it held down, it will just gradually go down, rather than resetting. So what are the benefits to using these scanners? Well, first of all, you can have the cargo scanner. The benefit behind that is that you don't have to waste time attacking something that has really bad loot. For example, you could be attacking a transporter ship, like a Type 6 or even a Type 9, and they could just have like a load of bauxite or just toxic waste or something like that, and it's just not worth the time and effort to be able to, well, to actually take them down. So if you scan them with the cargo scanner, you can actually find out exactly what they have in their cargo. Now it's not a guarantee that they'll drop everything that they have, but at the end of the day, you'll see what they have, and you can see if it's worth your time to be able to go for that cargo. As for the K-Warrant scanner, as you saw before, when you target a ship, it will tell you if it has a bounty in the region that you're in. Now, we're in the Anarchy Zone, so no ship will really have a bounty here. If you scan them using the K-Warrant scanner, it will come up with any bounty that they have in any other system. So even though in this system or another system they'll have no bounty, if you complete a scan, it will say, okay, actually he's worth this amount of money in another jurisdiction. So after you scan him, you can then attack him, get the bounty, and then go to that system. So for example, if it's a Federation system, we could go to Morgor or something, and then be able to claim the bounty on that. Just keep in mind though, although it says they have a bounty, it doesn't mean that they're wanted in that system you're in currently. Now, unless they have a wanted status, you've got to be very careful when attacking them, because you will gain a bounty yourself, because you're not in the jurisdiction where the money is being owed as such. So let's take for example that Eagle. In this region, let's say if we're in Iranin and he had no bounty on him until we scanned him. Now after we scan him, he has a 1,200 credit bounty, it still doesn't give us the right to attack him in that system. So if we attack him in that system, we will gain a wanted status ourselves, and if we kill him, then we'll get a murder status on us, which means a heavier bounty. Now what you need to do is calculate, is it worth attacking this ship in this region? Will I get my money back from the bounty? Now most of the time the answer is no. So you've got to really look at where you're going to be going to be able to do these K-Warrant scans. Now my suggestion is here around Freeport. I would suggest the resource extraction zone, because in this region you do not get any bounties on your head from attacking other players or other NPCs. So to sum up, when you're scanning the ships, as you're scanning you may lose track of them, because it actually can be very hard to finish scanning the ship without them going out of your range. So in order to be able to do that, you want to hold down that mouse button or hold down whichever button you have assigned to the scanner, and just keep it held down even when they're not in your view or out of range, because rather than resetting it all the way to the beginning, it will just slowly go down, so you can actually resume the scan from more or less near where you left off. And the same applies for the the cargo scanner and the K-Warrant scanner. Both of them are the same style when it comes to being able to complete the scans. And also, as I mentioned before, just take note of where you actually are in the galaxy, because if you're in a region that actually has a jurisdiction, unlike here, like Freeport here, you've got no jurisdiction, so you can attack any ship without any consequence. You want to keep in mind that the bounty that you're going to get is probably going to be worth more than the bounty you're going to receive from killing the other ship. So I would suggest, if you're not in this type of region and you're in one with the jurisdiction, then I would only suggest actually attacking ships that actually have a large bounty, like over 1200 or over 1000 credits, let's say. So you get a 200 credit bounty for attacking, and a 500 credit bounty for murder. So that's 700 credits. So you really will kind of want to have a larger profit margin on this. So the more ships you attack, the higher bounty you're going to get. But at the same time, you could also get cargo from those ships as well, so that will also add up to the overall profit. So keep that in mind when you're K-Warrant scanning and when you're cargo scanning. Make sure you're in a system where you know you're going to be able to get your money back, and you're not just going around attacking people for no reason, because A, you're going to run out of money very quickly, and B, you're probably going to get destroyed by Federation ships or even by other players because you've got a bounty on your head. So keep that in mind. If you do have any questions about the scanners, please feel free to leave a comment, and I'll answer the best I can. So in the meantime, fly safe.